What if the thing we all dream about, complete, unlimited freedom, is secretly one of the biggest traps of modern life? Picture this: no alarm clock screaming at you, no boss breathing down your neck, your rigid schedule dictating your every move. You can eat ice cream for breakfast, work from a beach in Bali if you want, say yes to every wild idea that lights up your soul, and live life completely on your own terms. No one telling you what to do. Total control sounds like absolute heaven, doesn't it? We have been sold this fantasy for years. Quite the 9 to 5, delete the schedule, become a digital nomad, chase your bills, be free. Motivational speakers with rented Lamborghinis make it look so easy and glamorous. Social media is flooded with pictures of people living their best life with zero responsibilities. But there's the plot twist almost nobody talks about. When you finally get the unlimited freedom, it doesn't always feel like heaven. Sometimes it feels like being dropped in the world's biggest amusement park with no map, no friends, and no idea which ride you actually want to get on. You have all options in the world and somehow end up doing nothing while feeling guilty about it. If you have ever fantasized about total freedom only to feel strangely lost when you got closer to it, you're not alone. Today we are diving deep into the trap of unlimited freedom, why it's so dangerously tempting, why it can quietly destroy your happiness and momentum, and how to find real, sustainable freedom without losing yourself in the chaos. At first, unlimited freedom feels absolutely magical. You quit the soul sucking job you hated. You delete your rigid calendar and tell yourself with pure excitement, this is it, I am finally living on my own terms. For the first few weeks or even months, it's pure dopamine. You sleep in until noon. You say yes to every random adventure that comes to your way. You chase every shiny new idea that pops into your head like a kind in the world's biggest candy store. You post those inspirational stories about living your best life, and everyone likes and comments with envy. It feels like you are successfully escaped the matrix. You are free, finally free. But then something strange and sneaky starts happening. Without any structure or without any structure or guardrails, your days slowly melt into one long, blurry, unproductive blob. You have complete freedom to do anything you want. So strangely, you end up doing almost nothing of real value. You open your laptop to work on that big dream project you have always talked about. But then you think, maybe I should travel first. Then you think, oh, maybe I should learn Spanish before I start the business. Before you know it, it's 6 pm. You have watched 47 YouTube videos about productivity, eaten cereal for dinner, and accomplished zero. Decision fatigue becomes your new full time job. Every single day turns into this exhausting mental game of what should I do today instead of actually doing meaningful things. Your brain gets overwhelmed by too many options. The same freedom that once felt liberating starts feeling like a heavy weight. Let me tell you about this person I know really well. A couple of years ago, they quit their stable but draining corporate job to find themselves and live with total freedom. At first, they were on cloud nine. They traveled to new places, tried random hobbies, stayed up late, slept in, and posted beautiful photos with captions about breaking free from system. Everyone in their circle envied them. You are living the dream, people would say. But 6 months later, they were quietly falling apart. Their apartment looked like a crime scene. Clothes everywhere, half finished projects gathered in dust. Their health went downhill because they had freedom to eat junk food at 3 a.m. and skip exercise. Their big creative ideas remained stuck at 3% completion. They started feeling anxious and guilty for not using their freedom perfectly. The worst part, they actually began missing the general structure their old life gave them. They felt more lost, unfulfilled, and directionless than they ever did in their 9 to 5. That's the sneaky trap of unlimited freedom. Without any guardrails, our brains get completely overwhelmed. We waste previous time on low value distractions. We chase novelty instead of building depth. We feel guilty for resting because we think we should be maximizing every single moment of this precious freedom. And slowly, the very thing we thought we set us free starts making us feel empty, anxious, and strangely tapped in our own indecision. It's like being given every flavor of ice cream in the world and then realizing you have no idea which one you actually want. So you end up eating nothing and feeling sick from overthinking. Freedom without intention become its own kind of prison. But there's the beautiful news you have been waiting for. You don't have to choose between soul crushing structure and total chaotic freedom. There's a sweet spot, and it's called intentional freedom. Real freedom isn't having zero rules, it's having the right rules that you choose for yourself. The ones that protect your time, energy, and peace while still leaving plenty of room for spontaneity and joy. It means creating gentle, self chosen structure that supports your dreams instead of killing them. Having non negotiable habits like morning movements or deep work blocks while still allowing space for random adventures and rest. Staying not to good things so you can say a full hearted yes to great things. Understanding that constraints are not always the enemy of freedom. Sometimes they are the frame that lets your best life shine though. When that person I mentioned finally understood this, everything changed. They didn't crawl back to their all rigid corporate life. Instead, they created their own flexible rhythm, consistent morning routines that made them feel grounded, focused work periods for their creative projects, real human connection time, and guilt free rest. They stopped pretending total chaos was freedom. The transformation was incredible. Their creativity exploded because they finally had a structure to support it. Their relationships got deeper because they were actually present. They started feeling lighter, not heavier. They discovered that a little bit of self chosen structure gave them more genuine freedom than unlimited options ever could. They felt free not because they had no boundaries, but because they had the right ones. So, where in your life have you been chasing unlimited freedom and secretly feeling most lost because of it? And what small loving piece of a structure could you add this week that might actually set you freer than you have ever been? True freedom is in the absence of all rules, it's the presence of the right ones. the ones you choose with love and intention. Sometimes the most rebellious thing you can do in this chaotic world is to build a life that feels both free and deeply meaningful at the same time. You deserve that kind of freedom. Start creating it today, one intentional choice at a time.